7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From Cafeteria Film Studios in Little Havana, Phresh presents Que Bola, where we talk to various movers and hustlers who are popping off and succeeding in the 305 and at the same time influencing the culture. I'm your boy D Fig. Holla at your boy when you see me in the street.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I hope you guys is chilling and having a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, whatever time of the day you're listening to this. I hope it's a wonderful time. In this week's episode, we sat down with a multi-talented actress / comedian / predator, producer, editor, video producer, editor / all-around Miami-Dade County hustler, Linette Garcia. Linette has been popping off on IG and other social platforms through her skits. On IG, she's Linette Storybook, and basically bringing laughs and comedic relief to the city. You know, at various times, there's a lot of crazy shit popping off in Miami, so you need to sit back for a minute and laugh about it all. If not, te vuelve loco. Yeah, so without further ado, I want to get into this one. It was a really dope conversation with a really high energy individual coming out of Dade County. It was a blessing. Thank you, Linette, for coming on. Let's get into it. All right? Listo. We live? Okay.
We're live.
So we're in another episode of the Que Bola podcast.
What's up, guys?
Thank you so much to our special guest, Linette Garcia.
Yeah, buddy.
For coming out to the podcast, talking to us about what's popping off in your world and your creative juices and all that. I ran into you through IG, okay? The vast majority of people that I run into, I just be DMing people that I think is popping and creatives here in South Florida. I saw your page have this creative ascent all of a sudden from 3-4 months to 3-4 months in, it's just exploded, right? Because you put a lot of dope content on there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how did that whole creative comedy thing start?
Okay, so it all started 2 years ago. My best friend decided to actually just record me on her Snapchat. It was just me being myself, and she's like, "Bro, you're hilarious." She would just record me, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'll start doing some funny things, and then it happened. The boom happened in Hurricane Irma. She was on Snapchat, and then that's when she was recording me. And I put it up on my Instagram for the first time, and then that's when everybody was like, "Oh my god!" They were going crazy. I had a lot of feedback, and I'm like, you know what? I think I want to do this. I think I actually want to continue doing it. And so, but for the past 6 months, I remember I told you I did that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But 6 months ago is when I got the fire in my butt to man, I want to actually take this serious, you know? So for the past 6 months, I've been actually just putting in my content and getting things rolling.
That's
and I love it. I love it. It's my passion.
Is this something that you initially started down that road? Were you a thespian, or were you in acting in high school and stuff that? Or
I never done acting before.
Okay.
I was not in drama. I was in Corey for high school. I did visual and performing arts, so I was a band geek. All right. I played the trombone.
That's what's up. I played the baritone.
Yeah.
In middle school.
We're in the same family.
Yeah.
So I was a band geek since from middle school to high school. I played guitar. You know, I was a musician. So I love entertainment. I also too, before I am a party entertainer as well. So I entertain kids.
Okay.
So I dress up as different characters and do different parties and stuff like that for kids, face painting, all that stuff, all that good stuff. I decided to get this rolling just 6 months ago, you know, and yeah.
So when you initially started, it wasn't you had thought about I'm gonna try to be a comedian in the past, and this came to light. It was just you fell into it.
I just fell into it, and but mind you, it's my personality. Yeah. I love making people laugh. Since I was little, I was always breaking the ice in a party. Yeah. I was always, out there having fun and being hilarious. And so from there, that's how my best friend actually started recording me and putting me on Snapchat. She's like, "Bro, you're hilarious." That's how it all started. It was accidental. Okay. It was something that it was just me being myself, performing, and then I'm like, you know what? I kind of like this.
Yeah.
I kind of like this, and I actually have a lot of relatable things that I have done in my life that I can actually put out there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So since you were in band, you've been on stage before.
Oh yeah,
you've done like...
I played guitar on stage.
Solo?
You know, solo.
Okay.
I've done solo guitar. I like that attention,
okay.
you know?
So the stage fright is not
Stage fright is not my thing.
Okay.
Like, I actually, when I become a character, remember, I also do parties too, so I dress up as different characters and stuff. So, like, I love it. I become different. But let me tell you, even in high school, you know, when you have to, like, kind of present a project?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I get stage fright. Because I have to be kind of like myself. Normal. And normal is not my thing, you know? Yeah. So kind of being like super professional and like that's not my thing. Yeah. So I love to entertain, like get out of my, you know, my comfort zone and like just...
So you like taking on a character?
Oh, I love it.
Playing on characters.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I noticed that like on your IG and through all your content, you have this one reoccurring character, which is the grandma character.
Yes.
Right. So the grandma character, is that like a reflection of your grandma, or is that like a combination of all the grandmas that you've come across?
Mine combination with others.
Okay. So you're stealing from other abuelitas.
Like other abuelitas, and but most of them come from my grandma, you know, like because I live with my grandma. I've been living with my grandma for the past 15 years. Okay. You know, so like my grandma is my everything, you know, so like I have put her through a lot. I have literally put her through a lot. So like when she sees it, she's like, "Oye, Linette, tú eres una loca, ¿verdad?" Like she like looks at me. She does not take my videos serious because, you know, like, but now, of course, now she's seeing that I'm getting engagement, but back then, no, olvídate.
Yeah. She was just thinking that you were like wilding out.
I was crazy. Yeah. Like she thought that I was crazy.
Are you currently like pursuing any like acting or anything like in school, or you just have like something?
Well, I'm in an agency right now, so I do go to castings and stuff like that, but I'm really focused on my main page. But I just like yesterday went to a casting. So I do castings, but also like, you know, I'm focused on my main page. Okay. So I'm doing both.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So who do you try to like talk to? Who's the audience that you're trying to get in contact with, that you want to engage with?
I want to engage, like, of course, like my youth, like the youth. Yeah. Like the young people. Because they're like, people relate to like my age group, but then also too like moms and abuelas, like if they have Instagram, you know, dads, everybody, like the Latin crew. But yeah, like what I like is that I'm not only getting the young people, I'm actually even getting the adults. Yeah.
So know? Like you see your metrics, right? You see the data that you're like the age bracket that people are trying to get in, that are hitting. What is that age bracket that's really like connecting with you right now?
The youth and like moms, a lot of moms. They're like, "Hey, Linette, tú tienes que poner más de la mamá, por favor." And I'm like, sí, I'll do that.
Yeah, because moms have a lot of time on their hands, you know? They're on social media.
That's true.
That's like all day they're taking care of the kids and they want to be entertained while they're doing something. Or even if they're working or whatnot, they want something that relates to their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
That is actually a good analysis. Like, it's very true. Like, a lot of moms are telling me, "Hey, can you do more of the mom?" The mom parts. I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry, I got it."
I mean, moms are the backbone of our society, bro. Shout out to all the moms out there.
That's very true.
That's what's up, man. So, you started with the acting. Do you do the skits like ad-lib, like improv, or do you write them up?
A lot of them is I do bullet points and just improvisation. So it just happen. Like all my videos are natural. Like they're just come from the spot. Like I don't write my.
So you don't write jokes.
I don't write my jokes. I don't write my jokes. I just, it comes out naturally. That's why my videos look natural. You know, so it has to. I do it so it can look natural and also it's more funny. Yeah. It's more funny when it's like natural. I mean, like I know stand-up comedians, like they write their stuff. Yeah. You know, but I don't know. With me, I like more. I flow more with the improv.
Okay, so give me like the latest video that you have is the car video.
Yeah, the car video.
The trunk and the men versus women. Okay, so walk me through what that like process was when you came up with that video.
Okay, so I'm like, all right. So my bullet points are that I need, it's a girl and the guy. I'm gonna make sure to have the most randomest things that I can find.
But you just came up with this idea, like you were just thinking, what can I do as a video skit?
Well, like I think about it because it has happened. Look, I have my car. Okay, my car is a disaster, always. And then like I was talking to a guy, and when I went to his car,
it was clean as fuck.
It was like embarrassing. Like it was so clean. Like I felt so embarrassed, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a meme.
Yeah.
This is a meme.
So it just came to you like that.
Right there, I'm like, that's a meme.
Okay.
So then I keep it in my head. And then I'm like, okay, so then now I'm gonna put it as a meme. So now I'm gonna like kind of like go into the creative side. I have to be, like I put my extraness, like I put like my exaggerations and like kind of put my things out there. But yeah, my car is dirty.
Okay.
My car is a mess. And it is. It's a mess.
So
it's
it comes from real life.
It comes from real life. That's my life. A lot of my videos are my life.
Yeah, like real life experiences that you've turned into memes and then you turn into skits.
Yes.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So then you came into that, you came across that, and then you said, okay, I'm gonna exaggerate this in by like showing like sacando the vacuum out of the car.
Bro, like everything. I was gonna bring a cooler, okay? I actually had a cooler like set. And I had that cooler filled with water. But I'm like, bro, it was too heavy to take out. And I'm like, okay, let me just like not put, I was gonna put a cooler with tons of water and like do a whole show. But it didn't work out too well, so.
No, but that video is clutch, man. I loved it. When I first saw it, I was like, yo, this shit is hilarious. That's what like made me say, you know what, I gotta reach out to her because she's like pushing, she's like really doing creative engagement stuff that's local, that people locally understand, right?
Yeah.
And you're not necessarily doing it because like, oh, I'm doing it local, you're just getting it from your experience. And since you are local, then it just automatically ya tiene ese sazón, you know what I'm saying?
And honestly, like, since it's relatable to me, I guess I understand the content, so then it comes out more natural and I go through it. So it's just easier for me, you know? But mind you, I can do something, I can act something that I'm like completely not. You know?
So you do have some acting skills, some chops. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like and yeah, like I can be serious, you know?
Yeah. But you that's not your strong suit. I'd rather be
hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd rather be myself, you know? Like but I can like play like there's this one that I'm like, don't you dare walk away from me. And don't tell me you're sorry. It's like a breakup. That was like a break. Like it's like very exaggerated, very dramatic, you know, very like you know, like crying and all that stuff. Yeah. But I could do that. But I love like comedy.
The comedy.
Comedies.
Have you ever done any stand-up comedy?
Oh my God. So I have actually been invited to a stand-up comedy. And I'm like, look, all right. If you want me to poop in myself.
Yeah. In yourself or on yourself.
But I'm not gonna do this. I'm freaking scared of that crap. Like, what if like they don't laugh? You know?
That's the whole point of like stand-up.
Like, sure, like it scares me.
I could see you doing really good improv comedy. Yeah. Have you ever been to like? There's this improv comedy around here called Just the Funny. It's on like Coral Way. So it's like they have like an amateur day where they have people come on and just do what you're doing, improvisational, but like physical comedy, not necessarily like standing up telling jokes with a punchline.
Okay.
But like telling jokes in the way that you're telling jokes, which is like with a skit and whatnot. Kind of like, remember that show that was with Drew Barrymore, or not Drew Barrymore, the one that is like that, whose line is it anyways?
Damn, no.
Okay, well it's
but that's tell me, go. Like, I'm sorry, I suck at that.
No, that sucks. You know what? Damn. That shows my age right there. Okay. You're like, no, I don't know about that shit, you old ass motherfucker. Talk to me about young and recent shit, bro. Nah, so it's like a show, basically an improvisational show. Yeah. And people are given like a random topic and they have to like act it out and be funny, comedic at the same time. And I totally see like that being your strong suit. Yeah.
You know, like I've been so scared with stand-up. Yeah. I'm like, I have been invited like a couple of times and I'm like, I don't know, man.
Have you ever tried to write a joke like with a punchline and like the build-up and everything?
No.
Okay.
Because I've just write my bullet points and then I just write it right there. Okay. Like I just right there, camera on, bam. Right. You know, like that's how I do it. Right. But like I don't really write it to word for word. Yeah. I don't write my things word for word.
Yeah. Who do you consider like an influence? People that you looked up to, that you said, okay, this is more or less something like a guiding light, you know?
Yeah, so I love Tiffany Haddish. She's freaking hilarious. Jim Carrey from as a child was one of my favorite comedians. And yeah, like I have a couple of artists that I love, you know. Oh, and I really look up to J-Lo. She's a freaking hustler. She's hilarious to me. And, you know, I like the fact that, you know, she, like, her work ethic, you know, doing what she does what, she is a hustler. She grinds. And that's what I'm like, man, like, because you can have the talent. You can have it all. Like, but are you putting in the work, you know? Are you putting the talent? Are you putting yourself to work? And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to put my talent out there, but then yet again have the work ethic, you know? Because it's very important. That part is very important in the industry. Yeah.
100%, you know? Like the persistency.
The persistency, yeah.
Yeah, like having to put out a skit once a week, put out a video. Do you shoot and edit your own stuff, or do you have a team?
I edit my own stuff, and yeah, I sometimes, like I have my girls, you know, have my girls that are my critiques. The people that, like, before it comes out, guys, I make sure to have it, you know, seen before it comes out. I don't like to have something half-ass. I don't like that. Like, I like it, if I'm gonna put it out, it has to be better than the video that I had before. So, you know, I try to put it like that. And yeah, so I have my friends, most of my videos are all edited by me, but then I have some videos that are like, that I have help with, you know.
Did you learn that skill set like before, or did you learn it because of the fact that you had to do skits?
On my own, when I started doing skits.
Okay, so it all like culminated all at the same time.
All at the same time.
And you just like started acquiring different skill sets to be able to bring it to fruition.
Yes.
That's dope, man. That's like true hustler mentality right there.
Yeah, like, you know, since I was little, I always had, like, my family, I'm the first to the second in my family to graduate college. Okay. So, so basically, you know, all my family is all hustlers. My dad owns his own, like, my business. All my family owns their own business, so they're all hustlers. And since I was little, even as in high school, in order to make my money, I would go and sell candy in school to make my gas money. Okay. So, like, I always had that mentality of, man, I gotta hustle. I gotta get crap done. In order for me to, like, I can't wait on nobody. Yeah. So that was always my mindset. I can't wait on anybody. In order to, like, start off in January, when I started off doing my videos, I had my friend Layla help me out a lot. But then, yeah, there was a point that, you know, sometimes those people are not going to be there always because they have their own thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Life. So then I'm like, let me actually do it on my own this time. And actually, the one that was on my own completely was the one of, like, the guy staring at you in traffic. I don't know if you saw that one. I saw that. So then that one, I did it completely on my own, and it went like, it boomed.
You set up the camera, everything.
Yeah, I set up everything, all angles, everything. I did it on my own, and I'm like, wow, if I could do this, like, you don't know your potential until you do it. Like, sometimes we kind of belittle ourselves, you know? And I'm like, man, no, I need my friend. I need my friend to help me, please. Don't leave me. And then I did it on my own, and man, I felt more comfortable. I felt a lot more confidence. I put my creativity, my full-on creativity to work. And then, bam, that's what I made.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I love that you're a South. First of all, I love that you're a female in this industry, right? Yeah. Because, like, it's really male dominated.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is.
I mean, a lot of the, like, skits that I see are just like dudes that are doing it. So, like, when you came out, it was like refreshing. I was like, man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you have that, like, you have the Miami flavor. You know, Miami is fuck. You're from Hialeah, right?
I was born in Hialeah, raised there, and then I came down to, like, by Color Ridge, Color Bay area.
Color Ridge, that's what's Color Ridge, that's where I'm from.
Yeah, exit 13.
Deep down south. No, I was actually exit 11. Deep down
nice.
South.
Yeah. So, like, I've been born and raised here in Miami all my life, you know, and so there's a lot of content that I have that I still have in the back of my head that I still need to create, and I still, you know, and I love it. But you know what's kind of crazy though? What? I actually was gonna move.
What do you mean?
I was gonna move out of Miami. And I was going to
pursue this or?
No.
Oh, okay.
To literally not pursue this, to like, because of discouragement, and that's what sucks, being discouraged. I'm like, you know what? Like, I stopped. It was before January. Mm-hmm. And I was going to move to Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? Like, the men up here are not good.
Yeah.
So let me go to a place where there's like nice people,
Why does everybody think that shit all the time? Miami's full of assholes. Let me go to a place where there's fucking cool ass people. Like,
so that's what my mentality was. And then I'm like, and then I actually decided to stay.
Yeah.
And man, I am so happy I stayed, and I appreciate my city more. A lot of the times, like, it's hard to find something here that is good quality as a man, you know, and as a family. But hey, it will happen in time, like, I'm not looking into that. I'm not looking into that right now. I'm focused on my videos, getting my crap done with it.
I've been getting, look, bro, this is totally off topic, but I get people who hit me up with ideas for like people to bring onto the show and things like that. And one of the number one things that people are hitting me up with is like dating in Miami. Yeah. And like to bring on like a dating expert or something like that to talk about like how fucking crazy it is out here.
Bro, please bring that.
Yeah.
Bring that, because, there needs to be an awareness.
An awareness. I think there's already the awareness that like dating in Miami pretty much sucks.
Yeah, like, and what's kind of crazy is that there's this analyzation that my aunt actually told me that, like, let's say up north it's colder. Yeah. Like, let's say if you can, like, kind of, like, agree to this. Okay. So in Miami it's hot, right? Yeah. So everybody's kind of, like, half naked, So it's a lot easier for men to visualize and see, and it's a lot more tempting than going up north where it's a lot colder and everybody's covered. Yeah. So, that could be probably something,
That's a meme right there.
That, like, everything is a meme, Like,
that is a meme, like, Miami women versus northern women,
Yeah, like, that's true.
Women in the
guys,
north.
That's another meme, guys.
Right there, 19 layers and shit, because that's what they do up north. Yeah. I just had somebody on my podcast who talks about fashion, and we were talking about fashion. He's like, because one of the biggest things in fashion, he's a stylist, is like layers. But like, you can't wear no fucking layers out here. You'll fuck around and die.
You're freaking crazy. Yeah. Like, I'm already, I'm with this shirt and I'm like sweating. Yes. I'm like freaking hot.
Yeah, imagine you had like 3 layers on. You'd be dying. So like, that has something to do with like the way that Miami people generally associate with each other. There's a lot more like skin out here visible than it would be in and not only that, but it's also our culture. Like Latin culture is very like peacock. They have to flash and be very like, especially the men. Like, you tell the women definitely like 100% off bat, but you could really tell the difference between Miami men and like any other men from any part of this country, that they do not dress alike in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like out here, like refi culture is real. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like, yes. Tight, make sure everything is like showing muscles, muscles, rip,
bedazzled shirts and shit. Like
no. And then like I went to like Chicago. Yeah. Completely different. I went to Colorado. Completely different energy, everything completely different. I'm like, whoa. Miami, it's its own spice. Yeah. We have our own little spice. And
it's so unique that it's hard to export it to other places, because the thing is like people will automatically pigeonhole Miami with like a lot of Hispanicisms and things like that, pero we have our own unique form of Hispanics here. Like the rest of the country is predominantly like Central American, Mexican culture is what stands for like Hispanic. Over here, there's not a lot of that. Over here's like the rest of the other South like everybody else.
Literally everybody, and it's like a huge combination. So it's like everything in one. So I guess that's why we have a lot of there can be so we can like in traffic, things can go down. Yeah. With that like that temper that we have, short tempered
temperament.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, and So I have done like many memes about like, like in traffic.
Yeah.
So, now that I've done that, I'm more aware when it comes, I don't beep. I try not to beep at people. I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I'm human, it happens. But, I try not to do it because the thing is, I have seen crap happen in all these other Miami problems, Only in Date, all that. Like what happens, like people actually like run people over.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like motorcycles like getting run over by a freaking car and crap.
Yeah, it's Miami shit, bro. People out here be wilding out. So like the culture you grew up in is predominantly the Cuban culture, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I am Cuban and Puerto Rican.
Okay, so you're Cuba Rican.
I'm Cuba Rican, yes.
That's what's up.
But my mom is I'm Puerto Rican from my mom's side.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom is like another Cuban because my mom dated my dad since she was like 16. So she always was like
Here in Miami?
Yeah, here in Miami, and she was always like with my dad's side of the family. So, my mom, if you talk to her, does not sound anything like a Puerto Rican. She is like a Cuban.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you deal with here in South Florida. Like we were just speaking, you have a lot of cultures that you intermingle with.
Yeah.
So like my family's Colombian. But like when I'm talking to you in Spanish, I could talk to you like a Cuban, like, oye, hacer, hola, ya tú sabes, aquí estamos echando un mic and bing. But then I could switch it up with my friends, who I have a lot of Nica friends, and be like, y entonces, chaval jodido, solo verga sos vos. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are things that you only pick up like from being around other cultures here in South Florida. You know, with the te voy a cachimbiar, chavalo. You know, you'd be like, yo, this guy's Nica. Nica people always, when I go somewhere and I'll be like, solo tapas o bochalo, and they'll be like, yo, you Nica? I'll be like, nah, I'm Colombian, but I'm just fucking with you. You know, like it's one of those cultures. So like, what other culture outside of the Cuban Puerto Rican culture are you fond of that you've like related here in South Florida?
Well, like something that I can actually kind of like do, like you, like mimic.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really. Look what you do. I don't know. I've never tried it.
Yeah.
It's look, even me being Puerto Rican, I don't have that Puerto Rican accent at all. Like people don't think I am Puerto Rican at all. Like,
well, Puerto Ricans be on that Diablo and Puñeta.
Yeah. But like, oye, nena. But like, I'm not like that. That's not, nene. I don't know. That's not me. I've fallen more to the Cuban side.
Okay.
You know?
Have you like partied with other cultures outside of the Cuban Puerto Rican culture? Like, because that's really when it goes down. Like, if you go to a Dominican party, you'll be a Dominican for the
merengue.
night. Yeah, the merengue and the bachata.
Yeah.
Pero tigre, pero tigre. You know, it's like yuca con espagueti. Like you get those flavors. You know what I'm saying? And Miami's one of those melting pot where you could get those flavors.
And that's what I like is like Miami has so many different cultures. So then you can have like every bit and taste of every single culture. Like even in food here, you know. Up north is just
bland.
One thing, you know?
It's
like,
bland as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You go to the corner, you're going to see a freaking Cuban bakery. You go over there, you're going to see una fritanga.
Yes.
You go over there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to see everything here.
You get Colombian food, fritanga. You could get some what do the Hondurans have? They have this thing called sopes. I think it's a sope. I don't know. They have the cachapas, the Venezuelans. Yeah, it's so dope. Like the crazy community out here. What's the craziest slash that you heard? You're a Cuban / Puerto Rican. What's the craziest slash you've heard?
Okay.
I know I threw you a little oddball.
Yeah, you threw me a little. Okay, let me see. The craziest one that I've heard.
Let me give you one.
I don't know. Like
I have one that's a friend of mine who's Dominican / Iranian. That's like, what the fuck? How did like they don't even speak the same language? How the fuck did that shit happen? And like when I hear the origin story of that, it's like, yo, this is some crazy ass shit right here, you know?
Yeah.
So like back to your skits.
Yeah.
Do you try to keep them at a certain length? Do you try?
Yes, I try to keep them towards like 60 seconds.
Okay.
I try to put my punchline like within 60 seconds.
Okay.
Just so that I can keep everybody engaged and, you know, it's short, sweet, and funny, you know. But yeah, like I know that in YouTube, it's a lot more lengthwise. So I will be getting there. I would start doing more lengthy things. But right now, my focus is short, simple, and get it to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing. But like I'm gonna be on all platforms. Right now I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
And Instagram. So and then I have I'll get like I have my Facebook as well and my YouTube, but I'm gonna focus more on those as well. Like get all those going.
So you started out with those two as your foundation, and then you're moving on to like YouTube and all of that.
Yeah.
Do you have a YouTube channel as of right now?
I do have one. I just have to update all my things.
Okay.
Yeah, in there.
And you're the one who's in charge of all of that.
All of it.
You're controlling everything.
Everything.
Damn.
Everything. Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up.
That's
man.
why sometimes it could be like a little bit, like a little challenging, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
That's true.
And I love it. So if I love this, I'm gonna keep on pursuing it.
That's what's up, man. The skits that you're doing right now, do you actually have to like plan it out like a day in advance, 2 days in advance?
Oh,
or
yeah.
or do you just like you come up with it and you say, okay, this is it, and you shoot it in a day and that's it? Like
sometimes that happens. Okay. Sometimes that happens, but most of the times I like to be myself. I like to keep myself organized. So if I find something that I really want to put out there, I will write it down and then I would meditate in it for like a good week or something.
Okay, so you actually give it some time to marinate.
I give it some time, yeah, to marinate it. You know what I'm saying? Some sazón.
Yeah, exactly.
Batería, reggaeton, yeah. Something like, cause I want it to.
Some mojo.
Yeah, I want it, yeah, like, cause you if you give it some time, you can get more funny things out, So like, I'm like, yo, let me,
I get it.
And then that's how it happens. But then there's times that within that day, I'm like, okay, I get that idea, I shoot it, bam.
Okay, so it could happen that way.
It could happen that way.
Primarily, it doesn't happen that way.
Primarily, it's because I want to get, very more detailed things that, the little things that matter.
Yeah, like how long did it take you to think about like putting the vacuum cleaner in that bitch?
Like that was in the spot, like improvising. I found something. I found the vacuum cleaner in the house. Bam, you go in. I was gonna get the microwave, but the microwave was in my sister's room, and my sister's room was locked, so I couldn't get it. But I was gonna get the freaking microwave, throw it. And by the way, guys, that video kind of got me a little sacrifice because I kind of broke my cousin's TV.
What?
Throwing the shoes, I hear it, and I'm like,
wow.
My cousin's TV, he's like, Linette! I still haven't bought the TV yet because I've been super slammed, busy. And I'm like,
you need that bread.
Bro, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to get you that TV, I'm going to get it to you. And I get a little, he's like freaking 11 years old, so they don't know patience.
Yeah.
So he's like constantly calling me. I'm like, yo, don't worry, I got your TV.
Fact. 11-year-olds don't know anything about no damn patience.
Yeah. So, I had a little incident there.
It's all good. It's part of the production. You know what I'm saying?
It happens.
Yeah, it happens, yo. You got to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
So what's like the craziest suggestion that you've gotten? You were telling me that you've gotten suggestions from a lot of moms, a lot of people in your age group trying to,
Yeah, like there's a lot of people that give me ideas.
Okay.
But most of the time, the ones that I kind of do is the ones that
Most of the time, they're trash.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna say that.
I'll say it. Y'all give me some trash ass ideas.
No, it's. I like to put things out that I can like freaking do that character. I can.
Okay, I see
like,
what you're saying.
That I can be like, oh my god, yes, and I'm like, I die laughing before it happens, and I can like picture, and I can like, bro. Sometimes I look crazy because I'm at work and I'm laughing my butt off.
Yeah.
Like in my head. Like, I'm, like, laughing because I'm, like, that, I can see myself relate to that and, like, and I put it in my head, in my picture, and then I write it down in bullet points, so then improvise.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like, I talk to myself a lot when I'm, like, getting ideas through my head. Like, I'm trying to, like, we were saying, marinate them and sazonándole. Like, I'm talking to myself throughout the entire process. I'm like, well, it could be like this. It could be like that. I'll talk to myself out loud, and people be like, yo, this motherfucker crazy as fuck. But it's like my process. I've already gotten used to that way of bringing these ideas to fruition. So, like, I don't want to, like, break that particular type of creative juices that I've already established as the way that I work.
Yeah. And one thing that I work in is that like I like to be like I'm shameless.
Okay.
I'm shameless. I don't care. Like I don't care if I look ugly, because sometimes I'm gonna look ugly, you know. But it doesn't matter. It's the facial expressions, like what I put out is what's gonna, it's gonna be the hit, you know. So women comedians it's like how you said, like it's more male dominant, you know. So I'm like, one thing that I do have that I've always had is being shameless. I don't care.
That's what's
so up. I'm like, as long as I keep on doing that, I'll keep on
winning.
I'll keep on growing, and I'll keep on doing what I have to do, because like this is what I love. This is my passion.
Yeah, you have to put like toda esa pena to the side, because like if you're really gonna try to entertain people, you can't have all these hang-ups like, oh, what am I gonna look like, or oh, primarily like what am I gonna look like, which is what everybody thinks of in Miami whenever they step outside the house. It's like, what do I look like? I have to look like I'm on IG all the time. Like, no. Like,
yes. Bro, the other day, I went to Publix. Yeah. And then somebody actually DM'd me and said, hey, I saw you at Publix. And I'm like, damn, I look busted, but okay. But hey, whatever, bro.
That's
like, in the end of the day, there's going to be times that, like, even on IG, I don't look good or whatever, but then like, I have my days. I have my days. I'm a regular human being. Like, I'm not perfect.
Yeah, I get you.
But one thing is, like, I don't care to look like una vieja, or to look like a guy, or to look like, to look like anything. A mí no me importa. That's the more ugly or the more crazier I look, the better.
So like that basically touches on where I was getting to next, which is the authenticity. That's primarily what I think I gravitated to your page, and why a lot of people have been gravitating to your page is because you're authentic. Like right now, me and you are talking, like I could tell that you like there's no tiene pelo en la lengua, and you're not like bullshitting me as to the type of person that you are. That comes across on your page on the comedy that you're portraying and the way you're portraying it. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to look like a supermodel while I'm doing this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. The Claire looks. I like that. But I do see that you have a modeling side to you.
Yeah. I at 14 years old, I started.
Okay.
I started doing modeling. I'm kind of like living my mom's dream. My mom always wanted to be a model. She always was the center of attention. I relate a lot to my mom.
Okay.
Me and my mom are like twins. She was the light of the party. My mom was a party entertainer. I didn't realize all these things until now. I'm like, crap, I'm literally living my mom's dreams. So I kind of have that. It comes from the blood, from my mom. So, me and my mom, we look like twins. I physically look like my mom in height and everything. So if my mom's pictures till this day is like this.
That's what's up.
Like super like, she like thinks like she's still a Miami model. But I
lot of moms out here.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I started off at 14 doing modeling, and then I did a gig here and there. Like, I don't know if you saw it, but for Nikita Naomi.
Yeah, I saw
I love her. She's great. She has done all my
it's like crochet bikinis that she has, right? Yeah.
Crochet bikinis. She gave me the opportunity to be a part of her commercial.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's a good like exposure and stepping stone.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like comedic, you still get your face out there and your name out there.
Oh, and then by the way, because of that video, because of that like commercial, I actually got to do a little bit of my comedian thing there too with the Beach Channel. The Beach Channel decided for their channel they wanted me to do like with the crochet bikinis, like me and another model, we actually ended up doing like a comedy thing there too, a comedy skit. So ended up being modeling, but then a comedy skit there.
You never know like what opportunities are open to you because like of certain things that you're doing. Like I always say, the biggest thing, like one of the biggest ways for you to be able to be successful here in South Florida is to just show up. Like, just show up to those events and actually participate in it. Like, be there physically and give your support, which is really hard for you to get out of people in Miami. You know,
yeah.
Like, people will support you, but like support you from like afar. It's really
from a distance, yes. So like, you know, that's why you got to do everything on your own, and you know, and then soon enough things would like come through, you know. But as the opportunity, I got the opportunity with the modeling thing, and then bam, immediately, like I got to do my skit, you know. From there, I'm like, but again, it was improv. Right from the spot, like it just happened, and then ended up being awesome. I ended up being myself, and then having you know, sometimes like you have comfort buddies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like, so like Layla is she's my makeup artist.
Okay.
Like, so having her there like made me feel so comfortable, and I was able to be like like be funny, like I don't care, like even though I'm like, it's kind of like bikini sexy, you know, like it was, I don't care, it's like what, you know, like do things like that. And I felt having her there, I felt so comfortable to be doing, like being my crazy self, because she knows my crazy self.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes kind of cool to have like your little comfort buddy, you know, like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Like, you know how he always has his little crew, always, like he always has the same people, because they kind of bring that comedian side of him, like, or that comfort. Like sometimes you need those little comfort buddies sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
I totally agree with you. Have you taken any acting classes?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, because I could see a lot of things you're doing like come from like acting classes and shit. Like
that. But like Layla's aunt is actually a drama teacher, but so she's helped me here and there, you know, like some good, like, you know, some tips, and she would, like, you know, I'll come up to her before I go to casting. So like for my audition, I would go before, and then she's like, okay, so then you need to better this, She would give me a whole list, and it's like a freaking long list. And I'm like, okay, so I got this. And then, but having a class, no, I've never had a class. But of course, am I going to take classes? Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's always room for improvement, you know?
Definitely. I took some acting classes myself. I don't do acting, but I felt like it would be something that would be beneficial for me for my hosting and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things that you learn in those classes that are not necessarily just acting. Like, you could apply them to a lot of things, especially in your, like, circumstances where you're going to be doing, like, improv skits and things like that. You get to pick up a lot of tips on how to portray or how to, like, bring a character forward. Like, you're already kind of doing acting when you're taking on those characters.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like and I love it. I love even like when I'm not in the camera, like having my friends and stuff like that, I love to just stand there and just start acting. And I started just doing that, like, and do a show.
That's what's up, man.
I do that all the time.
That's dope.
I would always perform all my my auditions with them and stuff, and they love it. They're like, oh my god, okay, so Linette is coming. We're gonna do like Linette is gonna like either like pull out her guitar, pull out her trombone. It's always been like that when I was young. Every birthday, I would bring a little cupcake with my trombone, and I'll sing happy birthday. Always. Like, I've always loved that attention of, like, bringing the light, joy, happiness, laughter. That's always been a part of me. So that's why comedy is what I love.
That was good. Like, bringing joy and laughter to people. What better thing to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, to lighten the mood and make people happy, especially when there's so much misery out here.
You know, and it's crazy because people always tell me, bro, that like my boss, I just started a new job, right? Or not only there, but in all my anywhere I worked, you always smile. Like you never cannot smile. Like, and it's like I don't try to smile. It's just from within. I'm blessed. I feel like it's a blessing. I feel like it's a gift. And that's why I'm like, man, like, God, you gave me this gift, and I'm going to use it. Yes. It's my purpose. So I'm going to use this gift to, like, for people that like maybe are going through whatever they're going through in that day, that hour, that minute, that moment in their life, I can put a smile on their face. And that's what I love.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
an energy.
It's an energy.
Yeah,
yes.
You're trying to like I totally feel you on that. I'm always laughing myself, and people are like, "Why are you always laughing?" Because it's an energy. I'd rather be happy than be sad, bro.
Yes.
Like, people often forget that being sad is a choice.
Yes.
You're choosing to be sad,
bro. Yes.
Saying, like,
that's so true.
Sad shit is happening to you, yes, but it's your choice to fall into that energy of being sad. You could get that particular circumstance and find the joy in it and be like, okay, I'm joyous because of this.
Bro, let me tell you, like, being sad, it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me super uncomfortable. It's like, what the hell is this, bro? Honestly, this is the only negative thing I'm gonna be saying, in this podcast. When my dog died, like literally, like I mourned for a day.
Okay.
But then I remember my best friend also was going through something sad, and I'm like, bro, we're sad together. And then we made it like we actually switched it up. We're like, okay, we're sad, but we started laughing, and I'm like, man, you know what? It happens. Crap happens, but we got to keep moving forward. Yeah. And so I don't like to stay in sadness. I move forward. I gotta keep going. Like, there's more things that I gotta do. So, and also, but yet again, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a blessing because literally, smiling is something that's a muscle that I have that it sticks always within me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in your repertoire, it's in your tools, and you're constantly using it. The more you use it, the better it gets refined also.
Yes.
That's the truth. Like, people who never smile.
Yo, that's great. You know what? I don't know if you know Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Right? Tony Robbins said that we have like I don't know how many muscles in our face, and if we practice that the different, like, let's say you're sad, but if you smile, and even though you don't want to freaking smile, it will begin to, your energy and that muscle will begin to make you feel happy.
Yeah, because it's connected to your brain.
Yeah.
And your brain will start producing the type of chemicals and pushing them throughout your body that then change your mood into a joyous mood.
Yes.
Because it's thinking you're smiling, then there's something going on here, so let's produce those happy endorphins, So what high school did you go to?
I went to Coral Reef Senior High.
Coral Reef.
Kudas.
I like the Kudas. I went to South Ridge, so I'm from.
Okay.
So I'm deep down south.
Yeah.
So like growing up in South Florida, what's probably been like the craziest Miami moment you've had? Okay. Like something that's so, like, when you say that's too Miami, like that's crazy as fuck.
Okay. I have put many of the things on my Instagram
as your memes.
As my memes. But a lot of old men hitting on me.
All right.
Old men.
Yeah, viejitos.
There's old men. And there's even a 70-year-old at one time, like literally muscles and everything, Yeah. And he's like, look, yo tengo mi esposa.
Y mi bombita.
Mi esposa. Like, he has his freaking wife, right? But then yet again, he's still, like, he's dating a 30-year-old, so he's cheating.
Yeah. Already.
Like, he has his housewife, and then has his mistress, but then wants to like flirt with me
as a girlfriend.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I'm like, my God, bro, like, can men change?
Bro, Miami with La Bombita is changing up the game out here with all the viejitos out here, yo.
Bro, and I think when you get older, you get worse.
Yeah, because they just, at that point, they just don't give a fuck. They're throwing like caution to the wind. They're like, I'm gonna die soon anyways. Who gives a fuck, bro? Let me just wild out.
Bro, it's freaking crazy, yo. Like, when I saw that, like, and mind you, the guy is 70 years old, has a nice body. Like,
yeah, HGH all day.
You know? And it's like, yo, like, and then has his housewife. So, like, men cannot be alone. So if that other lady leaves, he has his housewife. You know what I'm saying?
He has another one.
So then, he has his go-to, and then he was trying to hit on me, and I'm like, I felt so weird. I felt really awkward.
That is some Miami shit right there.
Yeah.
That is straight up Miami shit. So I wanted to talk to you about the top 5 most Miami-isms, all right? Because like this came up to me in the head and to my head when we were DMing earlier this morning.
Yeah.
You were like, "Oh, I'm running late," and I was like,
Bro.
I was like, no problem. Like, I already knew that you were gonna be running late.
Bro,
because
I felt so embarrassed. I was like, damn it. Like,
you don't have to be embarrassed in Miami when you're running late because it's a Miamiism. It's something that like people are already accustomed to. They're already used to it. So top 5 Miamiisms.
Top 5 things. If you're gonna go, like, all right, like, let's say something like this right now. I was going into the podcast, right? So I don't go the day before to go and check the GPS and see how long it takes. I just automatically assume it only takes 30 minutes. Assume.
Always.
And it's last minute. when I'm in the car, you know, like I didn't have my makeup on. Everything is like in every stoplight. That's when I do my
GPS.
my right eyelash. Then on the second one, my left. And then as I'm driving, sometimes it's like everything is like so last minute. You know, I'm putting on my deodorant in my car.
Yeah.
Like, it's like everything is like super, you know.
That is a Miamiism right there. Being late and fucking doing your makeup and shit in the car.
Forgetting everything. Freaking doing everything super late. Like.
That's normal. That's one. I know another Miamiism that I come across all the time, and I put it as a meme on my Insta stories the other day, was kisses on the cheek. All right.
Oh my God, yes. And that awkwardness sometimes when people don't give you the kiss.
Because, okay,
bro,
the people who don't give you the kiss, they're not from Miami.
No,
bro.
they're not from Miami. And I feel weird, you know,
yes.
like the handshake, you know. I'm just getting to learn the handshake thing because it's always been like a hug, kiss, you know.
Fact. Doesn't matter if you're the most stranger in the world.
Like, yo, I just knew you. I just met you today.
Stranger's danger. You're getting a kiss on the cheek.
Yes. And, you know, like when they don't give you the freaking kiss, I feel like, I mean, right away, like whatever the hell he's saying or the person's saying, it's like, I don't care. It's like, it's oblivious. I'm just like thinking about like
the anxiety.
Damn, you know, he didn't give me a kiss on the cheek. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's like super awkward.
Uh-huh.
That's another Miamiism. What would you say is do you have a third one that you could think of, a Miamiism things that only pop off in Miami and that we're used to here, but the rest of the world is like, what the fuck?
The way we speak, you know, it's like you will never hear. Pero like, yeah, no.
Pero
where
like,
do you hear? For no is yeah, no. And then for yeah is no, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is your answer? You know, so it's yeah, no, I know, yeah. No, bro, yeah. So it's like, because in Spanish it's sí, claro.
Exactly.
Sí, no, por supuesto.
Exactly.
Like, it's like we exaggerate like that.
Yeah, Miami language is definitely unique unto its own. You know, like these are the things that you can't export. Like you try to export them and they won't come across the same. Like it has to be only Miami people who are looking at this shit. The language, the kisses, the being late everywhere, traffic. You know what I'm saying? Traffic is definitely a crazy one. Well, let's see. What would be another like Miamiism? Like I know clothing is fashion.
Oh yeah, clothing, fashion
Miami
for
fashion
sure. Like half naked, you look beautiful.
Half naked.
Half naked. Gorgeous.
You look beautiful. Them ass cheeks is hanging out.
Right there. You know?
I mean, bro, I was talking to this dude the other day. I was like, okay, so that's like a new thing where women wear those cut off jeans. With the ass hanging out of the bottom of the jeans?
Oh, it's like everywhere. Like, like you go to Dolphin Mall. Like you go to the mall. You're not even at the beach. You go to the mall and then
and you see booty cheeks. Booty
right
cheeks
there.
everywhere. That's definitely a Miami thing right
there.
there.
And right now, a Miami thing is, like now, you just have to be careful who's recording you now. Like with like Only in Dade, Lifestyle Miami, you get posted.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like right now, you know, like
social media
is like
popping here,
especially. Where do you see Miami? Like I think Miami memes are actually more like we have more of a like that platform than if you go to like Chicago. I don't think like in those other places they have,
because they don't have a strong enough. Those places have culture, but their culture isn't as resilient. Not necessarily resilient, but it doesn't stand out as such as an original thing. Like Chicago and Ohio and like the Midwest, that area, they're pretty much not necessarily all the same, but they have a lot of the things in common. Miami is unique unto its own. It's not like Orlando's like us or Tampa. Like that's a whole nother country, homie. You know what I'm saying? So like Miami has its own like unique culture onto its own.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed. I'm like, man, we're the only one that really has these like kind of like meme pages like that is strictly like on Miami and it's like popping, you know?
Yeah, like only people in Miami get this.
Yes, you know and I love it.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. I love the and and it's crazy because like I try to like look at other meme pages and I'd be like, okay, maybe this could play in Miami. I'm always thinking that.
Yeah.
Like, could this play to a Miami audience? But it's like, not really, bro. This is not to be a Miami meme page. You really have to be immersed in this culture, homie.
Yes.
Like 100%.
Born, raised,
yes.
like, you know.
To know the intricacies.
Yes.
You know, to talk about fritanga and talk about croqueta at the same time.
Yes.
You know? It's like,
yeah, like to talk like the different cultures and stuff, and literally born and raised in Palmetto Hospital, you know, like in Exit 3.
Yeah.
You know, Hialeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know, so like I have the Hialeah taste. That Cuban culture though really is more dominant in my side.
In your side. So if people want to reach out to you and collab with you, are you open for collabs?
Always okay. Open for collabs. Yeah.
What kind of collabs are you open for? Like skit collabs or like ideas, like what?
To be honest, anything. You know, creativity to me, I have fun doing anything.
Yeah.
You know, but of course, like off of my social media, like my platform is skits. You know, but I'll do like. I love it. Like I could do anything. Like people have like hit me up for different ideas.
Yeah.
And I'm down for it. I'm honestly down for it because, you know, it's having fun.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, I love this because I'm having fun. You know, I actually even make myself laugh.
That's what's
even
up.
with these things that I'm doing. You know.
That's what's up. And if they want to reach out to you, what's the easiest way to get in contact with you?
They DM me. They DM me on my Instagram, and then
Your IG? What's
my
your IG?
So my IG is Linette Storybook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Linette Storybook, and on Twitter, same thing?
So yeah, Linette, in my Twitter you could find me in Linette K. Garcia, but also in Linette Storybook too.
Okay, Linette Storybook and Linette K. Garcia. Linette, thank you so much for bringing your energy onto the podcast.
Of course.
Sharing with us, letting us know what's popping off in your world, and like keeping us entertained and laughing throughout the day. All your skits are super awesome. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you. I really appreciate this, and you know, I really did have a lot of fun today, and it's awesome. I'm gonna keep on embracing the Miami culture. Like this is us. Like we are Miami, guys. Like you know, we have to appreciate what we are. Positivity, negativity. We make it happen. We're hilarious in both ways. So.
We're gonna make it happen. I'm already thinking about collabs myself.
Hey, hey!
So to the next time, you guys know the Que Bola podcast. Please share it with your friends if you love it. If you hate it, share it with your enemies. But just share this motherfucker and make sure that it's out there. Peace, love.
Peace.
Y'all heard it there first. You already know what it is. Thank you, Linette, for coming on. Thank you for bringing us some laughs and explaining to us your process and how you put together all the awesome skits and everything else that you got going on in your world. If you want to reach out to Linette, you already know where it's at. Linette Storybook on IG. DM her to shoot her some ideas or some collab ideas, etc., etc. As for us, thank you so much for listening to the Que Bola podcast. It's a blessing to have you guys as our audience. Till the next time, if you have any suggestions or anything, shoot them over through the DM at Que Bola Podcast on IG. Alright? I appreciate you guys plenty. Hasta la próxima. Cógelo con Teguerisi. Peace.